Welcome to Sarah's Scuba and Travel channel. If you are looking for a unique geothermal experience in Iceland, I highly recommend Hvammsvik Hot Springs, which officially opened its facilities in 2024. Hvammsvik Hot Springs is located approximately 45 minutes from Reykjavik and is easy to get to. We rented a car in Reykjavik and made our way to the springs. If you do not want to rent a car or feel uncertain about navigating the Iceland roads on your own, there are daily buses transfers from Reykjavik and tours that include the springs as well. You can learn more about reserving these options on the Hvammsvik website. One benefit of renting a car is the opportunity to stop and see sights along the way. The locations in this video are actually part of the Golden Circle, however, they are not usually included in the popular Golden Circle tours. Our navigation took us along Route 36 towards Thingvellir National Park, on the way to the springs, which was a much more scenic drive. We were early, so we appreciated the beautiful views and got to the surprise of an unexpected waterfall along Route 48, Thorisfoss. The parking lot is directly off the highway, and you almost immediately get views of the falls in the distance. You can make the hike to the base of the falls, however, we were not in a hiking mood that morning. Beware of the flies if you visit in the summer. We appreciated the falls from a distance on top of the cliff. Thorisfoss is one location that was featured in the series The Game of Thrones during Season 4, Episode 6. If you are a fan, you might recognize these falls. While you are here, take a short walk along the top of the cliff and admire the river and the smaller waterfalls you will see across the gorge. Hvammsvik is located off Route 47. The entrance is immediately off the road. The route to the springs uses paved roads that are accessible year-round, so you can visit the springs anytime throughout the year. If you are arriving before 10 a.m., you may have to wait for them to open the security arm at the entrance. To get to the main reception area, it is a short drive from the entrance along a dirt road, so take your time. There is a large parking lot to park your vehicle, if you drive yourself. The facility may not look like much when you arrive at the parking lot, and we felt it was very deceiving. Stay open-minded. We believe you will fall in love with this place. I recommend making your reservation online prior to your visit. There are 3 different packages you can choose to purchase. I recommend purchasing at least the classic package so you can use the private locker for your belongings in the changing rooms. I splurged and purchased the comfort packages primarily because we would have towels and wading shoes, but the free drink was a plus too. Once you check in, you are given wristbands that you can use to purchase drinks and open and close lockers in the changing rooms. Upon entering the locker room, you will take off your shoes and leave them on the rack by the door. Then you can select an unoccupied locker of your choice for your belongings. There is a private changing stall if you would like to use that, as well as public and private showers and 2 restrooms. Iceland law requires that you take a full shower before entering the springs. By doing so, they don't have to use chemicals in the water. Don't use your towel to dry off as you are going to go directly into the pools. Store your towel in the cubbies across from the shower. Make sure you remember which cubby is yours so you can use your towel when you're done with the springs. Hvammsvik is a very different experience than many of the more popular springs around Reykjavik like Blue Lagoon, Sky Lagoon, and Lagervatn. The springs are surrounded by mountains and the black sand beaches on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean in Whale Fjord. The scenery is breathtaking regardless of the weather conditions on the day of your visit. When we arrived, it was foggy and even sprinkled at one point, but it did not ruin our visit by any means. At one point, the fog lifted and we were able to see the tops of the cliffs in the fjord. It was magical. Hvammsvik offers 8 different springs, all in a variety of temperatures. Old Hot Springs number 11 on the site map is the hottest pool at roughly 140 degrees Fahrenheit. We started with this pool, and I recommend doing so as the fast walk from the locker room exit to the pool is quite chilly when you're all wet, regardless of what time of year you visit. The hot water feels so good. The spillover from number 11 is connected to Upper Beach Pool, or number 10 on the map, which is a little bit cooler at approximately 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The water cools off the further it travels, with Little Beach Pool, or number 9, approximately 97 degrees Fahrenheit. You do notice the slight drop in temperature as you make your way through the pools. According to the Hvammsvik website, the history of this location goes back 1,000 years ago. This location was documented in the Icelandic Book of Settlers by the Vikings during the 11th century. During World War II, it was occupied by the Allied forces as their naval headquarters in Iceland. At its peak, there were almost 40,000 soldiers here and over 200 ships moored in the fjord. During the war, Hvammsvik was codenamed Falcon Crest and Falcon Beach in order not to reveal its true location. When you are ready, I recommend making your way over to the Upper Rock Pool and Lower Rock Pool, numbers 5 and 7 respectively. Both of these pools are approximately 98.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Depending on the tides, you may not be able to see pools 6 and 8. Number 6 is the Ocean Plunge Pool. However, it was underwater at the beginning of our visit during high tide. By the end of our visit, the tide receded and the pool was visible. It was full of algae, so it may be very slippery. Be careful if you choose to enter this small pool. If you want the plunge of the cold ocean water, I recommend you just jump in. This is a popular challenge when visiting the springs. Can you handle the cold of the ocean, and for how long, before making your way back to the hot pools to warm up? My husband made the plunge. I waded up to my calves. That was enough for me. If you want a less drastic approach, you can make your way to the tidal pool, number 8, which is only available during low tide. The water temperature in this pool varies from ocean temperatures to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. If you purchased the comfort package and are ready for your free drink or want to make a purchase on your wristband, head over to the lounge pool, or number 4 on the map. This pool is 100 degrees Fahrenheit and has a swim-up bar. You can order your beverage at the window and scan your wristband. No need to dry off and go through the lobby. This pool is nice in that they have multiple ledges and coves where you can sit and socialize while enjoying your beverage. We met a very nice couple we befriended who doesn't live too far from us in the US. It was a very enjoyable afternoon. If interested, there is a paddleboard available for use as well as steam baths. If you're hungry, there's a small bistro on site as well, located in the lobby. Before you leave, examine the pictures on the wall opposite the check-in check-out desk. You will see pictures of people trying to get into the natural springs prior to the development of this facility. It is incredible the extremes people went to in an attempt to reach these natural warm waters. If your route to the springs doesn't take you to Thorafoss, you can easily take a detour to the falls on your way back to Reykjavik. I hope you find your visit to the hot springs to be relaxing and rejuvenating. It is truly an experience where you feel immersed in nature and the beauty of Iceland while enjoying traditional Icelandic baths. This is one of my favorite hot springs in Iceland, and I hope it will be yours too. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. If you would like to help support future productions, please donate using the Super Thanks button or buy me a snack using a link in the description below. Please join the Facebook group and follow me on Instagram for more content.